Welcome to your weekly astrology forecast, your day-by-day play-by-play for the week of the 17th, I think, to the 23rd. Yeah, just gotta check in. It's gonna go from Saturday to, from this Sunday all the way through next Saturday. It's a day-by-day play-by-play. Which means that throughout this video, what I'm going to do is break down the astrology and planetary aspects for each day and tell you how that is going to impact your behavior, your attitude, personalities around you, and then leave you with a mantra for the end of each day to help you process as well as focus those energies in the most progressive way. So let's dive in. And I got to say, what a beautiful week. It's not going to be the easiest week. Let's not mistake easy for good, okay? But I've named this video, Are You Ready for Love? Because it is asking that question. And it's really not like, yeah, are you ready for love? Like a game show, you know? like all of a sudden, love is coming out of the woodwork. It kind of is. But it's more in that Chiron kind of way of, are you ready for this? You're telling me that you're ready, right? Okay, you want to play, you want to get off the bench. You keep telling me, because Chiron is the ultimate coach, right? You keep telling me I'm ready to get off the bench. I'm ready to put me in, coach, put me in. Chiron's going to put you the fuck in. And it's going to put you in to show you just how ready you are. Now, this doesn't mean that all of us are going to fail. And in a lot of ways, I think the aspects are looking very beautiful for us not failing. But we're going to have to learn how to love who we are and have confidence in the fact that we deserve happiness, even when we're not this perfect image of ourselves or what aligns with, the social popular image of perfection, right? And it's not just about perfection, it's do you understand that you are lovable and deserving of love and deserving of all these wonderful things, even if you're not completely ready, right? Because a lot of times getting ready for something happens in the process of doing it. I've heard a lot of famous people, Richard Branson, I think it was, quote, take that job. If you're offered an opportunity and you don't know how to do it, figure it the fuck out, but say yes first. That's the mentality, especially with personal relationships. Does it have to be romance? No, though I'm feeling a huge influx of that feeling, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be just letting somebody actually say, yeah, you deserve this. I believe in you. Maybe they see something in you that you don't see. And that's what you're gonna have to understand. As well as process all those lessons of getting beaten up and battered around the field when you start to realize, wow, in concept, this was so much easier and it was so much prettier. And in my fantasy, it worked out so much kind of easier that, yeah, duh, because fantasies are not bound by the 3 dimensions of height, width, length, or the 4th dimension, time. It's not bound by any of those things, right? It's easy for us to go back. We can switch things. We could be having a sex fantasy and like switch out the person mid thrust, That doesn't happen in the real world. The real world is messy, sticky, and mucky, and it only goes in a linear time way, and you have to get through things. You can't go around things or erase things. It's messier. So the question isn't just, are you ready for love? It's, are you ready for the reality of love, of how we are supposed to love and what we need to do to make connection with other people really work and to make everything work. Like, real love is unconditional. It doesn't stop when things get mucky, right? Well, Coach is about to release you. Coach Chiron is about to release you onto that damn field in the middle of a goddamn rainstorm. So it's going to be mucky. And he wants it to be that way. He wants it to be that way so that you understand the love of the game is what's most important. The confidence that you have in yourself has to come from the love that you feel and the passion that you feel and the faith and belief in the field that you've stepped on. so that when you step on a pile of mud and slip and crack your head the first time you try to kick the ball, you're not going to give up on the game. You're going to realize this is a part of the game. This is all a part of the process. And if I really love what I do, I got to stick with it, even through the sloppy. So let's get into the overview. First, the overview. And y'all know I read because I write it down. And if you want the full annotated version, please go subscribe to my mailing list over on my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can subscribe to my blog. I give you a full annotated list of this. And then I take little excerpts from this and I post them for like a daily astrology update over on my Instagram feed. So you can find me at born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. Lots of places where we're popping off some exceptional astrology and tarot and spiritual based content from Born Without Boundaries. So are you ready for love? Are you really? And I'm going to say this. Most of us aren't. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't get on the field. Because we have to start getting involved and engaging in order to really understand what it is, because love is a verb. It's an activity. It's a process. It's something you participate in and contribute to. It's not this concept. And I guess love can be a concept, right? We could have big philosophical conversations about that. But that's not really what this is, what we're talking about. We're talking about the doing, the activity of love. And the only way you know that, because you can study the playbooks and you can study the strategies and you can study the play-by-plays every single day, you're not going to really know what it is until you get out on that field. And I think Chiron knows that, and that's what he's pushing us toward this week. So are you ready for this? Are ya? The answer is no, but that's okay, because you got to get out there anyway. All the coming together this week is like an epic finish in the sky. We're running toward each other like the dramatic ending of a rom-com, but on a sloppy-ass, muddy field. This week is supercharged with passion and compassion. That's the most important one. So expressing your feelings for someone and an opportunity to connect is what this week is all about, even if it's messy and it's not that rom-com finish. We've been so internal this whole year, rebuilding from the inside, which is necessary. That's what keeps us in the game when things get sloppy on the outside. This is the first time we get to try something out with someone else. It's the perfect week for flirting and connecting, going slowly, and also apologizing. It's also a perfect week for confronting our self-loathing. Let's stop there. It's a perfect week for confronting our self-loathing and allowing ourselves to believe that we don't have to be perfect to deserve love, happiness, and success. We don't even have to be entirely ready. You know, that's why they have internships, guys, because doing is the only way you learn some things. Like doing all that internal work is kind of conceptual, right? We're preparing ourselves. Right? But you got to get out there. Our insecurities become clear through the imperfections we are pointing out in others. So what's irritating you about other people this week? Check yourself, because it's something that you don't like about yourself. And you start to project that on others. It's kind of good because you're putting it outside of yourself so you can get this objective perspective of, oh, well, maybe that's what it's about. And if you have compassion when you're looking at these imperfections in others, you can, if you start seeing their humanity, you can get a deeper understanding of your own humanity. It's a point of contention, but also connection. None of us are perfect, so we shouldn't expect it from ourselves or from others. We are all just wounded children trying to learn a better way. This week will provide beautiful opportunities for healing and connecting on a soul level. Don't you have chills, man? I fucking have chills. Like that's, yeah. Yeah, bring out the tissues, man. Carry a pack with you. All this week. Sunday, October 17th, for some, because it happens at the end of the day, like toward midnight, over in the States. So for some, it happens on the 17th, but for most of us, by the 18th, it's direct around the globe. Jupiter goes direct. Jupiter goes direct now, and our optimism and happiness will return to external tethers, right? So it's not just about internally now. Now Jupiter is less reflective and introspective because it's out of retrograde. It will become more connective, right? The connectivity aspect of optimism, right? We can project our faith forwards, having solidified our faith and concreted our resolve in our own connection to God. We can now project it outside of ourselves. We're done with the internal work. Now it's time to move forward. Sagittarians everywhere will benefit from this energy shift. Happy to once again be able to look into the future. With Pluto still challenging the Sun and Mars riding neck and neck, the Sun and Mars are still riding neck and neck, we're determined to push forward and assert ourselves, perhaps overreaching, if not for Jupiter's helpful aspects, soothing our souls and guiding us not only through our egos, but through faith. Venus is undergoing a wonderful understanding of what is best for her, and communication coming in will clarify a great deal and help us to make good choices, to move forward in love or finances. Change is coming, helped along by Uranus, but now we're in a strong position backed by clear information and what experience has taught us. Right? The Moon and Neptune are adding a sensitive and dreamy air to Mars, making us extra sensitive and romantic. And that's going to really help us with compassion. Because when Neptune and the Moon work on Mars, it's not that we become less progressive. We become more compassionate while we're being progressive. You don't always have to get there by being a dick, right? It's just that really nice influence on Mars. The best use, so making us extra sensitive and romantic, the best use of this energy is creativity. Allow your imagination to inspire projects, etc. It'll also make us understanding and more empathetic, and God, couldn't we use more of that? Anything that we're ashamed of, this is a great time to confront it, apologize for it, and forgive yourself and others for it. The mantra for Sunday, my way is clear. I move forward with compassion and love. I am compassion. I am love. Let's go on to Monday, October 18th. So officially, Jupiter and Mercury are both completely direct now. The Moon is in Aries. So be prepared for defensiveness and reactive responses. Our emotions may get the best of our heads today as Chiron and the Aries Moon both challenge Mercury. We are quick to not allow the same mistake twice today as we attempt to remedy a mistake from our past. Warning! I was listening to, I think a program in physics. It was theoretical physics. And this idea of if we try to go back into the past to remedy a mistake, we actually break things even more. So watch out. The best way to remedy a past mistake is to accept that it happened and to learn from it and move forward. Needed to say that. We are quick to not away. It looks like we're going to jump at the chance to talk to somebody today, hoping to change the trajectory of things. It's possible this will work out for us as all aspects favor a tender heart that opens up to compassionate and caring communication. So in other words, this could be one of those things where you're trying to fix stuff, but because you do it to in the energy of more compassion, you don't get shut down. It almost just becomes an icebreaker instead of like a neck breaker, right? It's possible this will work for us today as all the aspects favor a tender heart that opens us up to compassion and caring, compassionate and caring communication. Let me say that without the stutter. Compassionate and caring communication. This could be, for some, a baby making day, as it's bringing out a maternal side that also happens to be very physical and passionate. Okay. We are driven to not make the same mistake twice and to repair a decision gone wrong in the past. Now that Mercury is direct, we can take this time to patch up the mistakes we have made during the past month or so. This is a great day to reach out to someone you've been thinking about and rekindle connections if that is desired. I'm going to fix this right now. We are driven. Mantra for Monday: I am now. My past informs me, but does not define me. I move forward in strength, love, and faith. Yeah, so I don't want us to think so much about going back and fixing mistakes as not making the same mistake again. If you're regretting not talking to somebody, you will be presented with the opportunity to speak with them. And maybe this time around, instead of backing down and hiding your face and swallowing the fact that you like them, you'll just straight out look at them and smile and let them see just how much looking at them pleases you. Learn from the past. That's how you change things. You don't try to go back and force an artificial situation, but you won't have to. Have faith, because the universe will set you up with what you need to get on the field and prove what you've learned. Tuesday, October 19th is here. We're likely to confront a great deal of doubt and shame today in the face of something we thought we'd escaped. There is a situation that needs deeper attention with regards to relationships. Venus and the South Node are opposite Lilith. There is nowhere to run. Any secrets kept have to be exposed. They have to come out. You're not going to get anywhere without the truth out there. This will create significant pain, but also opportunity for growth. The moon is opposite Mercury and Mars, making our emotions an impediment to our progress and our ability to think clearly about things. Because remember, that moon is still in freaking Aries, and which means it's emotionally very reactive and fiery, and it's kind of a pessimistic. It's kind of a pessimist. It's it's overreactive, right? So it's causing issues, just letting you know. This is an emotionally reactive day with the likelihood of lots of landmines going off. Best be prepared. But there is so little we can do to prepare because we've never been out in the field before, right? Today is a very good day to hold strong to the lessons we've learned over the past 4 weeks by confronting our inner fears and those darker aspects of our character that may have brought us shame. Ourselves, pieces of ourselves that we're ashamed of, is what we're going to have to look at today. We are now asked to stand in solidarity with ourselves, shadow and light together. This will take a great deal of courage, but we will have it. Jupiter is still offering us an open heart and unconditional connection with spirit. It's with this strength that change is actually made, and things will change today. Many tower moments that liberate us from ever hating ourselves again, right? Those landmines going off are going to liberate you from having to continue to hide aspects of who you really are. Mantra is here: I serve unconditional love. I proceed by faith through difficulties and the unknown. My heart is connected to the divine. I am courage. Wednesday, October 20th comes around, and can you believe it's almost the end of Libra season? Holy crap. Full moon in Aries. Wednesday, October 20th is a full moon in Aries. What I want you to do, and I've been saying this in the weekly Zodiac messages, which, if you guys don't know, is all over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot on YouTube. I make 12 videos every single week, full Zodiac, and they're energy readings. So the energy applies for wherever those planets or those Zodiac signs, impact your natal chart. Okay? So you can find them at Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I hope you go over there. but I've been talking about it like crazy. This full moon in Aries, I want you to look back. I want you to look back to Aries season when we had a new moon in Aries. That would have been back end of March, April. And I want you to think what your intentions were and what you actively asked to come into your life. And the reason it's so important is because it was around that time that all those big planets started going retrograde. Okay? It actually started happening in Taurus season. But this would have been like that new moon that came right after everything started going retrograde. Now things are popping, yo. They pop in. And with the same thing would happen with the two, anyway, let's not get it. Just look back and see what you were welcoming into your life in that period, because this is it coming to fruition and it popping and blossoming. Full moon in Aries is directly opposite the sun and Mars. What pent-up emotions are you releasing today? Frustration and fear. What are you releasing today? Expect that people will pop off at the slightest things, especially concerning their independence and identity. There could be strong sensitivities about a romance that you perceive isn't happening fast enough, or money that hasn't come in as expected. Check those expectations. They are the key to your issues. The full moon is asking us to release what doesn't serve our progress or our best selves. Those aspects of yourself that you planted in the Aries new moon should be ripe for harvest now. Things have been building over the past 6 months and they are ready to explode, including your confidence. These explosions will happen all day today, releasing any lasting impediments to fully accept yourself. The conflicts today between who we are by ourselves and those ambitions we have and our partnerships with others and their role in our lives will clash today. Any aspects of ourselves that are getting in the way of our being able to be a good partner are being taken care of today. The ways that we punish ourselves and restrict ourselves from love, right? The ways that we convince ourselves we're not deserving of love, we keep ourselves away from love, are what we have to face now. How have we set the bar so high we have no hope for reaching it? Like, oh, okay, you know, it's almost like this. I'm going to say this. It's like in your first dance class ever, you set the bar so high, if I don't dance like Mikhail Baryshnikov, I don't belong here. Are you fucking crazy? Like he became, look, clearly he has a level of genius that is aspirational. But like he didn't fucking work his ass off to do the shit that he could do. Like he didn't start out as an idiot in his first dance class that didn't know anything at one point. What are you doing? That's what I'm talking about. Those stupid, silly ass expectations. I'm supposed to walk in this room, a room I've never been in before, and know exactly how to handle everything. Bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what that really is? It's fear. It's you looking for an excuse to run your coward ass out of that room again. You stay in that goddamn room and you make mistakes and you be imperfect. And that's how you prove that you're actually ready to be in that room. Sorry, Mama Bear just came out. The ways that we punish ourselves and restrict ourselves from love. We set the bar so high we have no hope of reaching it. For those trying to avoid partnership or a relationship, you can run, but you can't hide any longer. We have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We will be laid bare today in this bold, raw energy that insists on not repeating the mistakes from the past. It's kind of a theme, right? Mantra for Wednesday. I am progress. I am courage. I move forward in faith toward my highest self and welcome the help of others. That's how it starts, right? Because because the best way to connect with somebody is to allow them to help you. It makes them feel valued and gives you the opportunity to establish a link of trust. That's really what it's about. When people see that you're messing up, they're going to come to help you. Allow it. And allow yourself to mess up. Not playing the victim or playing the damsel in distress, but deciding to play on the field. Get out there. Thursday, October 21st. Oh, the moon is in Taurus. Oh, okay. This is so much easier. This stability brings clarity to our brains. We become openly dreamy and able to broaden our minds to encourage change. The way forward becomes clear because we're clever enough to see the way, or we're clever enough to design the roadway. Today, we can build bridges and figure things easily. The ideas are flowing and so are the answers to the pressing issues that have stumped us. It's wisdom that's given us these answers. And wisdom is partially experience. Remember that. Healing is huge today. We can heal ourselves and others. This is the day that our lives change. We can see other ways forward and are given new chances in life. Connecting and communication with others is a huge part of this process. We heal them by showing faith in them, and they heal us the same way. We are where we can effectively communicate our misconceptions we've had, which will help to heal relationships or clarify circumstances to set the stage for forgiveness. Either way, now we can move forward away from our self-defeating thoughts and ideas. We are settling our misconceptions with outbursts that lead to revelations. Who we pretended to be or thought we had to be in order to be loved is exposed for the dumb idea that it was. There you go. I had to fix that. Sorry, guys. It's only our true selves that lead to real connections. We see clearly now how our own low self-esteem has harmed our development, especially when it comes to life, or especially when it comes to love. Are you ready to be loved for who you are and not who you feel you have to be? Which means, are you ready to really be loved? Mantra for Thursday, I am seen, and you will be seen. This is me. Authenticity is my beauty. I am truth. Friday, October 22nd, the sun enters Scorpio. So happy Scorpio season to all my Scorpio loves out there. This is a beautiful day for breakthroughs. Yes, it's an emotional and slightly irrational day, and there will be a lot of ourselves to confront, but it leads to exceptional new thoughts and desires to push forward despite our pasts and our injuries and our scars. The challenges of the future are starting to look good compared to another bout with the same old bullshit. If your relationship isn't balanced, it will destabilize today. Confronting our own dark side will be the biggest challenge for most of us, seeing how our ugly still fits into our lives. The good news is we are now so forward focused today. Our brains are pliable enough, and we want to listen to others with an open heart. We can figure how change is going to figure into our lives. The beautiful opposition between Mercury and Chiron is asking us to analyze our own brains and decision-making processes. Have we been judging or making decisions from a place of suffering, perhaps projecting what we don't like about ourselves onto others? Yes. Okay. The opposition between Venus and Lilith and the South Node and the Moon are, Venus and Lilith are in opposition, and then the South Node and the Moon are in opposition, are setting the stage for us to heal karmic pain from the past from a lack of love or a love that was toxic. Be gentle with others and yourself today. I said be general. I don't like that. Be gentle. I hate autocorrect. Be gentle with your others and yourself today. We are just wounded children, like I said in the opening. And even if it doesn't feel right, give people the benefit of your compassion as you're going to need from them. We may be tempted to fall back too much on protocol and traditional rights and wrongs today, right? That false sense of security of, oh, but I did it right, so it must be right. No. We might be tempted, right, to like try to make ourselves look smart by falling back on protocol. It's a bunch of bullshit and it's defensiveness. Setting ourselves up for disappointments when everything doesn't go by the book. Throw the fucking book away. That's the old way. Please throw the book away today and let your heart guide your mind to make decisions not from a place of fear, but enlightenment. At the very least, today will provide an opportunity for us to work out some insecurities. Mantra, universe, I know you love me. I am loved unconditionally. I am unconditional love. See how you start? Make that progress in your brain. I know you love me. I know I'm loved unconditionally. I am unconditional love. Let it impact you. Let things in. Let them impact you today. Remember, we don't build a different life on the same choices. We don't build a different life on making the same old choices. Saturday, October 23rd comes around. The sun is in Scorpio and the moon heads into Gemini. Are you ready to face your insecurities? Those feelings of not being good enough, not looking good enough, not being smart or pretty enough. Enough for what? For whom? What's the benchmark for comparison? This is the day when we are able to set a new trajectory for ourselves by daring to believe differently about ourselves. Remember, this is not how you look. It's not how you look that makes someone fall in love with you or want to hire you or be interested in what you have to say, but how you make them feel. The challenge today will be to believe in your value even when you're feeling down about yourself. But think of it this way. Have you ever looked at someone you loved on a bad hair day or after they didn't get a job or failed a test or got in a car wreck or whatever and thought, yuck, I don't love them anymore? No, because that's not the way that love works. They loved you, and what that does is form a kind of bank that they've deposited in. So in the moments like these, you can draw on that bank and help them out when they need it. When we love others, it makes them stronger. And it's the most deepest expression of love to allow them to be strong for you sometimes. Let others make their own decisions about you. Stop teaching them that they should hate you the way you hate yourself. They are trying to show you that there is more to you than you are able to see. Believe the compliments you receive today and be bold and love with your whole heart. If you're interested in something or someone, show it. Don't hold back because of your insecurities. The truth is, you really don't have it all figured out. And that's the best thing that could be happening to you right now, is to leave room to learn, which leaves room for other people to come in and teach you. Mantra, love. With my whole heart, I have faith in the love I receive from others. I open myself to perspectives outside my own and learn through the eyes of others what I could not see for myself and in myself. So this is a really beautiful week. And I think the connections that happen this week will be very sincere ones and very long-lasting ones. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. If you really love this video, please remember to share it on your social media platforms and like it down below. Also, remember to subscribe to Astrology Motivation and then ring that bell, and so that you get all the notifications of when I go live here or upload new content here. I upload at least 6 videos a week, usually 7 over here. So FYI. There's a lot of great content for astrology and spiritual based content coming out over here. And don't forget to go and enjoy Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Subscribe over there. And you can get all those Zodiac messages there and over on Vimeo. Subscribe there too. Subscribe in all places because I'm posting content all the time. And if you want to interact live with me, then go check out my Instagram feed at born_without_boundaries. That's where I record the daily tarot card readings live Monday through Friday. So, thank you. And enjoy this beautiful week. I'll see you in the videos.